What it is, YouTube, it's your boy VE to the double L E, and I'm back here today with my ego mat. So you know what that means. That means I'm won something, right? So, yesterday, we had a Blazing Vortex box tournament where I went undefeated. We played 4 rounds with Swiss, and then cut the top four. Top four played out, so 6 total rounds. And I went undefeated with this deck. So, I'm going to give you guys a deck profile. It's spicy today. It's Tri Brigade with another little twist. So, every time I post a deck profile, if you guys don't see a new deck profile, it's usually because after I play a deck once, I like to switch and tweak and make adjustments to the deck just to kind of test out different stuff to see what I like. So today I did something, well, yesterday I did something spicy, and I'm just going to show you guys, and then we'll talk about my card choices. And the standard stuff is going to be standard, but we're going to talk about. So first thing I'm talking about, the worst card in my deck was Kinkabayo. This card's getting cut. Nothing to say. I never summoned it, never searched it. Yeah, it's just. Then we had the bird package. 3 because it's good. 2 and 1. So what's crazy is that people don't read. You can summon this thing more than once if your opponent clears your board with a Zeus or something. Let's say you don't have the effect online. If you summon it, don't use the effect. Later in your combo, you get more resources out of it. And that came up for me in the finals yesterday. Then we had Rescue Cat and Knights of Tri Brigade. The two best cards were Pero. This in combination with Rendezvous basically makes it where your opponent minuses for trying to out your barrier statue or your Samoa link. Then we have, of course, the Tri Brigades. So, just 3 of everybody. I can't find a reason to play any list. When you get into grind games, you really want to make sure you have. And this is just the best extender in your deck. So, he puts one in there and summons. A lot of times people will respond to your normal summon because they just assume you don't have anything. And Rescue Cat baits a bunch. So, I played 3 Reborn Tengu. Tengu is actually really broken, especially with the Ancient Warrior link, because you tribute, bounce, summon another Tengu, and then you have it online for another turn. And that also came up in the finals. But Tengu plus Assault is full combo. Then we have the unfair cards. Barrier Statue. This card actually wasn't the best card. I enjoy infinite negates, but it's just at this point just win more, because of my side deck and stuff. You can actually cut this. I did find myself siding it out a couple games, so I may reconsider playing the infinite negate package, because it's really only for like VW and the mirror match, but everything else is the deck just beats anyway. And then the spicy was the Whiptail, so I played the Zoo package in the deck, and it actually is really crazy. As far as hand traps, I only played 5 total. I played 3 Ash and 2 Crow. I just didn't respect most decks. Also, the meta around my local area is mostly controlled, not a whole lot of combo. So it's combo mirror matches, Eldlick decks. So those against Eldlick are like the best. Shout out to Caleb who played Eldlick Ritual Beast. And that was probably the hardest game I had the entire day. So, as far as just, I think I'm going to lose. Then, Jack in the Hand, because I hadn't tried the new pot. I did pull it from the box I won. I noticed I like this card less and less the more and more I play this deck, right? For 2 reasons. One, the only card that beats you is like Droplet. And your opponent, you takes a monster and droplets for free without using their resource. So they don't really lose anything from playing droplets, so they still have the same amount of resources. So Jack in the Hand got sided out a lot, and I didn't love it. So I'm probably going to replace it with like the new pot or Desires or something other than itself. Because your deck combos off so easily with 1 or 2 cards. It's just crazy. Foolish Burial, of course. 3 Tinkies, which can get you to literally like any of your engines. If you open up Warbler, Tinky, it's full combo. If you open up Assault, Tinky, it's full combo. If you open up, yeah, there's just a bunch. Along with that, it's like Zoo combo. So you play Barrage, you summon one of your two Whiptails, and then you can make Borbo or Trident. I thought about Shaka 9, but there's just no space, and there may be some adjustments. But this card literally is like use your full board setup, so you get your Trident. You can still use your board with like Trident, Ancient Warrior, because it's like I really just don't even try to play around at Biru, because we can still combo. Your boards just aren't as impressive. And then I chose to respect back row decks more, so I made two Twisters and a Duster, which was a good choice for me. But you can always interchange it with, like, depending on your matchup, you can always change those things out for like twins, or for like hand traps or whatever. Rendezvous, I actually resolved all its effects. Assault, I cut to 2 this list, mostly because I just wanted to try some different stuff. So I cut it down, but it should probably be at 3, to be honest. At all times, it should be at 3 in this deck because it's crazy. Droplets is, again, we play a lot of control. There's a lot of control around here, so this card in my particular locals isn't the greatest, but a lot of times I just used it to protect the statue because they would go in with their little monster, damage step droplets, get rid of it, so they can't fight back. And because your statue's in defense mode, their droplets doesn't do anything. But if they have it, then they've already used it anyway. So this is just a way to stop people from outing your barrier statue. One call by, you see this card a lot. It's clutch. 1 for 1, which will stay. Because it's just a resource game after that. You open up kit 1 for 1. Your board ends crazy. Sorry about the shakiness, guys. My sinuses are kicking my butt, so I'm not with the same. I don't have the same energy that I've been having for all the videos, but it's all right. And then the coolest tech that'll probably come out, but it's cool to have. I played 2 Mystic Mine, right? So my initial plan was to play Solemn Judgment, and I could only find one of them. So I was scrolling through my boxes, and I was like, what card? And I found 2 Mystic Mine. And so I was like, sure, I'll just throw Mystic Mine in here. Because in the mirror actually loses to Mystic Mine going second. So does Drytron, unless they have Ultimateness. But if you have Mystic Mine Droplet, you just take care of the Ultimateness and then put them under Mystic Mine. They don't have an out to it, and so you can just you play 60 cards. None of that happened. I just sided it out like 99.9%. I played Prank Kids in the finals, which was crazy. So Mystic Mine could have come up, but this deck get built so much advantage and it grinds so hard that a lot of times you don't even need that stuff. And then for the traps, I played 2 Imperms and an Oath. You got to play Oath, I think. Imperm is 50-50. But it's necessary. In my Ritual Beast matchup, it helped me out. And I played against Dragon Link 2. It helped me out. So I like the card. Again, like with this deck, so many of your cards are 1-card combos. You can just kind of side out anything that doesn't work for the time. And so my side deck is full of hand traps, to which most of them didn't come in. So we played 2 Nib, 2 Droll, 2 Lancias. All of these come in the mirror match. Against Eldlick, these will come in. These will come in against Drytron. These will come in against VFD decks and stuff like that. But I really hate back row decks, so I have a lot of hate for those. We had 2 Evenlys, 3 Hate True Nades. I will live and die that this card is so underrated. It's just a blowout. And it came up in my semifinals match. It's come up in a lot of control matchups. And then 2 Lightning Storms. This card isn't the greatest in this deck because sometimes you'll have Tinky. And if you can't get to Ancient Warrior, then your Tinkies will be stuck there, kind of making this card dead. But as soon as you can make Ancient Warrior and get rid of the Tinky, this card can be live. And then the best card in the side deck is Heavy Storm Duster. I mean, not Heavy Storm, Harpy's Feather Storm. Harpy's Feather Storm won me my Prank Kids matchup easily in the second game in Swiss because we played twice. We were in game 3 And or was it game 3? Well, I can't remember. It was one of the games. It may have been game 3 or game 2. But all I had was a Nerval on the field and Featherstorm, and he attempts to go do his effects or whatever because he Lanceia'd me, so I couldn't do anything turn 1. He main deck Lancea, side deck Lancea. So I couldn't do anything turn 1, right? So he goes Lancea after I normal summon the Nerval. And rather than make the Link Karibo, I just set Harvey's Featherstorm, and then he goes, links his guy off, trying to activate effects. I flip Featherstorm, turns his turn off, and then we just take control of the game from there. So that's really solid. So that's off of the side deck. The extra deck is really interesting. It's fun. There's more space in here than what people think, so we'll just talk about it. So I only played one of the Tri-Brigade, of the Lyric XYZs, just because she extends combos. The other guy is good, but it's only in there to make Zeus. And in this build, we have more than one way to make Zeus. So this is good. Can be used to make Zeus. Furthers your combo and just lets you out-resource your opponent. Then I played just the Dryden and the Borbo because there will be situations where you just need to go into Borbo, attack directly, and then later on you can make the Dryden for something else. But this is just easy access to Zeus, whom I mentioned earlier. Then there's Link Karibo. So I've been going back and forth between Link Karibo and Almirage. I wish I had space to play them both, because situations come up. A lot of people say it's not like, oh, if all you have is Kit, but if all of you have is Kit and Almirage, you still have full combo. You just have to go a different route, and so but this actually helped me because I got into a situation where I opened up the Trap and Link Karibo and Nerval again, hit with the Lancea. So it helped me out a lot. Conductor, I'm sorry guys, I really am sorry about this low energy, but it is okay today. We're gonna make it. I want to give y'all authentic content. I don't want to always do it when I'm feeling my best, and I need to do it today. So one conductor, which was nice. Two of these, which is always nice. I go through two so much. I played one Ancient Warrior, which is really nice. Union Carrier, again, if I drop the Infinite Negates, I may cut the Union Carrier, but it has its advantages. Rugal was really nice. And then what I did that was really different, I played two some more because it's the best card in your extra deck. I didn't play Desperate Doom Eagle for two reasons. So the more and more I test, the more I see that Doom Eagle is just really for extra damage push, and it can only shuffle back like monsters in the graveyard. So if your opponent already has an Eldlik set up with their traps and stuff, your Doom Eagle doesn't really do much to be able to clear them out. Also, Doom Eagle being 48 is really nice, but a lot of times it doesn't come up. And then a lot of times people are just using it to link climb into some more, but with the new support from Blazing Vortex, from with like Kit and Fractal, you don't have to do that anymore, where you have to use Desperate Doom Eagle to climb into some more. You can just go straight into some more using Harpy Conductor or whatever, so you don't really need it. This is your win con. Most people get rid of the first one, or they respond. And there was a game where I got in a Biru trying to leave main phase 1, but I didn't use my normal summon, so I just used my normal summon and made another one. And I was able to out the Nibiru as well, so it was really nice. Because if you put the statue, you already got the trap in graveyard. It doesn't matter if they have a Nibiru. They really can't do anything else. So having two was really solid. And then for the late game grind, it's really nice. And then I almost wanted to play 3 Omen. Omen it's probably the best card in your extra deck. Non-targeting removal, and it can search. So you can essentially search anything in your deck after like turn 1. Rescue Cats. A lot of times I search Rescue Cats because with Blossom and Rescue Cat, you can climb into a second copy of Omen with just that, and then go into another combo. It got pretty nutty with it. So the only thing that I would consider cutting from the extra deck would be Carrier. I actually like the Zoo stuff. So we got a few minutes. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what my rounds were. So round 1 was Dragon Link. I just opened up crazy 1 and 2. So that round 2 was Shaddoll. This deck plays around Winda really easily, and cards like Hey True Nade and Lightning Storms, Twin Twisters, like those cards play through schisms and cards, and a lot of them are playing like the pack, similar to the pack build. My build of Shaddolls was actually a little different, so we played through torrentials and things like that. But Winda is typically not enough to stop me in the way I play, unless they schism on Rescue Cat. But if you know your opponent has schism or potentially has schism, and you go into Rescue Cat anywhere, you're trying to lose the game. So you just kind of Shaddolls round 2. Round 3 was Shaddolls. Round 2 was Prank Kids. So I played Prank Kids, then Shaddolls. Or Shaddolls and then Prank Kids. Either way, I 2-0'd everybody, I think. Then in round 4 was the Mirror. We had a draw. I played against Ritual Beast, Ellick. And that deck was kind of nutty. Shout out to Caleb. If you guys want to see that deck, I'm going to try to get it for you, and I'll get him to explain how that shit works. Because it's 10,000 level IQ, but it can do some crazy things. So we go into time, but I actually had game anyway, so fortunately I get out of that one, game 3. And then we play against Prank Kids again in the finals. Because he wins his match against the traditional bird deck. And so I win the finals 2-0, take home the box. I pulled the Link 5 and a pot. So it was really solid, man. But I had a really good time. I love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In this way. There are going to be some changes to the main deck, just because this was fun. You don't really need a whole lot of hand traps as long as you have extenders. Like I said, I'll probably cut Jack in the Hand. I'll test out the new pot. I want to see how it goes. I may drop the Infinite Negates, the Airborne Assaults going back in at 3, just because you can do so much nutty stuff. Also, what's crazy is that you can make Dryden. If you open up a Zoo Monster plus Assault, you actually can make your Dryden first, and then activate Assault, targeting Dryden, special summoning a statue, so you're in with Dryden statue for those 2 cards, and then you can just kind of hold from there. So you essentially get the protection and the pop. And the next turn, you just go into your regular plays using the Windberry statue. So you'll end up on some other stuff with the Dryden, which is really nice. Tiger Mortar is also an option you could play in the extra deck. There's so many things you can do. I think this is my favorite deck since Orchest. Ban list hasn't dropped as of the recording of this video, so if Harper goes to 1, you guys might see 50 or 60 Orchest combos or Orchest decks. But until that day comes, I think I'm going to rock with this deck for a little while. It's really good in the grind. It's really good. Really good early game, really good late game. You really have to, there is a skill cap to it. It's not just turn your brain off, play statue, and hope for the best. You really do have to know some way of playing the deck, some way of playing the game. So I'm not going to drag this video out any longer because I am not feeling the greatest. But if you guys will consider joining for more videos like this, subscribing, telling me how you think. We did not reach our goal for the combo video last time, unfortunately, but I still may post it for those of you who did watch. Also, I have a Discord, the 60 card court, where I do stream. I was recently in the Zodiac monthlies, and that was really fun. So to see me playing more online events and to do deck theory and deck challenges and stuff like that, man, come on and join our Discord, 60 card court. And thank you again for all those who support me and those who in the future will support me. I appreciate all the love and support, man. It's your boy V to E to the double LE signing out.